to choose one of those candidates. And so every step of the way, we're going to be doing this, bringing things to council one at a time, so that everybody can comment, so that we know what's going on, both the people who are paying attention, which I really appreciate the four of you, the amount of time that you've put into this, as have all of your colleagues and my colleagues on the council as well, but so that everybody in the general public knows this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, and this, because to me, that's how we're going to improve trust. And Representative Frederick talked about reducing fear, both the fear of the community and the fear of the police. That's, to me, a step along the greater goal, which is we need to be able to trust our police need to be able to trust the community, that we are working together collaboratively. So thank you very much for the work that you've been doing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I don't know if it's a question, maybe it's a question to Commissioner Fritz, the mayor, but so when will we have a community oversight person, and when will we have a community oversight board up and running? I've had my nominee for 6 months now, waiting to go, and I'm hearing you say get those people in place, and yet I'm hearing you, Commissioner Fritz, with all due respect, outlining a process that's probably going to eclipse the federal judge.
No, it's not. So
we're going to have somebody in place mid-September.
I can't give you a specific
We're going to
timeline
have
on that.
community oversight board members appointed.
The community oversight board members will stay as specified in the federal court agreement, including 5, one of whom is appointed by each member of council. But the agreement also specifies that the oversight liaison officer should be in place before the advisory board is seated. So we need to do things according to the settlement agreement. We'll do them expeditiously, and now that we've got this agreement in place with 3 of the 4 parties, and let's be very clear, there are 4 parties that were involved in the federal court case. 3 of us have the Department of Justice, the Outline Ministerial Alliance, and the City of Portland have come to agreements on this collaborative process forward. The Portland Police Association has not, and so that's why we're still going to be in federal court. But we need to make sure that we do every step of the settlement as is outlined in the settlement. So we're not...
Okay, so give me a timeline when we'll have a community oversight person hired.
Well, I'm going to bring, I can do that when I bring back the ordinance on how to advertise that position.
I hear your urgency. I think that's a matter of weeks and a few months, not anywhere near as long as the now year-long horizon to when Judge Simon actually takes the case up again. So
the weeks.
Well, but Commissioner Sullivan, you know as well as I do that doing a national advertising to get the right people to get a wide range of folks to apply can't be done in 2 weeks.
Who are you nominating, Dan?
Hey, stop.
So we'll be doing the process, and then we'll be advertising.
We've known we needed such a person for months.
Yeah, I guess, frankly, I've been focused on this agreement, and we're spending a lot of time on the union negotiation. Wish us luck there.
That's good. That's good stuff.
I'm looking for opportunities, including that one. That is
I've always liked the
board
union.
Liaison, to start putting pieces of this settlement agreement in place without a court order, without a union contract as well. So these are all operating as far as I'm concerned, parallel tracks, and we'll get the things as quickly as we can.
So how many directors are who runs the firm?
One of them are going to take longer.
You know what I'm saying?
We're not
I mean, there is outfits out there, but I mean, every outfit's got, you know, it's got to have, you got to keep it in mind, like in a certain way, like it's not. It does help, you know, but they're not trained.
Mr. Mayor, Commissioner Salzman, I would just say that we as the community thought that the settlement agreement would have been filed with the federal court by now, that we would all have clear directions about where we were moving. The federal courts decided we should try mediation. We did that for some months. And so now we're moving forward, understanding that ultimately, whether it's this year or next year, the settlement agreement will be filed. Understanding that immediately we've got to start making changes in the police department that we have. And 3, that the community, whether or not there's an advisory board, is paying attention to how this process rolls out. And so I appreciate taking the time to get someone who can not just work with the police, but have expertise in working with community members as well. Because it has to be someone who will be trusted across those different venues. And you can't get that person in a couple of weeks. You've got to spend some time. So.
Thank you all.